G'day viewers, well I got this little 3 horsepower Briggs for a couple of bucks. I couldn't get it started. The checked it had sparks, that's why I bought it for so cheap. I wasn't going to buy it otherwise, so I just checked it had spark. I spun it over slowly, I had a hand on there, and yeah, it gave me a good shock. So yeah, I'm buying this one. Just had the cap missing there, but I'll put that on there. I just took the pulley off, it was on there since the motor was new. I had to clean it out because I initially thought it had a stuck valve. It didn't seem to want to start. So okay, I pulled the head off. The good thing I did, because there was that much bloody carbon in there. Carbon galore. So I cleaned all that out. But I didn't have any petrol, so I just washed it all out with carby cleaner and filled the tank up with a bit of carby cleaner. A cup full of carby cleaner. And it ran right on that. I just started with a jewel because this was all missing. The original pull starter was long gone, so I need to get a pull starter that fits this clutch. I have a socket that fits and that goes in the jewel to start this. I've topped it up with fresh oil. It does need a change. I only had a very little bit of oil left in it, but I just topped it up with oil just so I can test it and run it. It took a bit to get it to run properly because it had been that long since it was unused. It smoked a lot and it cleared up, and it's actually had it running for about 15-20 minutes after I tuned it and cleaned it, and it's actually runs good now. Runs real well. There's a slight rattle in the bottom end there. That tiny little bit of play, tiniest bit of play in the bottom end. You don't really hear it when it's running though. You hear it more there when it's at the bottom. So I'm going to tip it on its front and just, not yet trying the oil, I just want to see what the bottom end's like. I priced a con rod for this, so not that expensive, so I need con rod will be a next project for this, if it's really bad. Judging by that sound. Yeah, she's a bit tired in the bottom end, but it's a nice old Briggs. It's worth putting a new con rod in it. It's a 71 model, I think. 74121201. Its last 8 digits there. I think it's a 70. Could even be a 74. Either way, definitely early 70s. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. A new con rod will be in order for that. I don't know where to buy the full complete pull starter. I can only buy the retrofit, the modern starter cup bolts on there to fit a newer model or aftermarket pull starter on it. I want to try and get an original one. I can buy the pulley that goes on here, but I can't seem to find the whole complete assembly that goes on there. Because normally there's a welded on. There's a mesh on here, but this welds have been broken off. And it's just been, I just took it off. Normally when you want to repair the starters you pull the whole shroud off and repair it, but the other owner, whoever they've done it, just ripped it off completely and lost it. Easy spark starting. So I got that, I'm on the project there. I got some other goodies. Like our engineer cleaned out his shed and gave me heaps of stuff. Got a free light bar, tools, bits and pieces, household stuff. Bloody, here's a new roll of bloody cord, 1.5mm squared, only good for lighting, not for any heavy work. Some your ass vibrator, different brand vibrator. A winch motor, the chain goes on. It's stuffed, but the motor still works. Press that warms up with a thermostat. New shelving unit. Some old Oldsmobile lights that have been turned into patio speakers. Arcade, part of our bits and pieces of internals there out of an arcade machine, which I got the rest of my container. I kept the CRT and everything, and the coin mechanism. water filter, and I got this. And that's the top of it. It's a vibratory, a vibrator. Basically, it's a mop with at the top. So you can transform it with the E lamination, and it's been potted to make it really, really silent. But I can't change that cord, so I'm going to have to cut it, Lego it, and put a new cord in it. It's designed to be really, really moisture proof here. And the top of it, the eye lamination's in there. And that goes to here. That's supposed to vibrate and rattle this thing back there, 50 Hertz, so vibrating. And the idea of it is, it's from a dried fruit, dried sultana factory. Your fruit goes in here, because this is shaken backwards and forwards, it remains frequency. It just walks along and moves along to the conveyor belt. That's a Teflon coating on that. Inman vibratory equipment, made in an Australian company. Don't think it's made here though. 2 amps, 240 volt, single phase. The main body is all solid cast iron. That thing weighs a bloody ton. I can just about lift that. It's heavy. It's supposed to be though, because of the amount of this is supposed to be ballasted down and bolted to a frame, and your foot goes on top of it and just crawls along. I want to make a little thing to go on top of it, like that, a bucket, and put some abrasive things in there, and a tumbler to de-rust or buff things. That'd be kind of cool. Might get a really crap cassette tape or shit recorded on it, and this can erase it. It'll be a bulk tape eraser. This is also a demagnetizer too. We're using it like this. Won't hear much. I'll hold something until you hear a hum in there. See that stuff on the ground there, the wind. That's some serious 50 Hertz going through that. Demagnetised. Nice demagnetizer though. Well, it's quite a demagnetizer or induce current into anything really. If you want to induce current into something for the hell of it, you can hold it near that and it will induce current. Maybe a roll of coil or wire, hook it to a multimeter to get a really small voltage go through it. This works differently to a mott though. You can do this to the mott, the same principle. You just cut the welder bit off, and the eye bit, leave the primer there, have the secondary taken out, and it will just act like an electromagnet. But this one is just has one continuous coil all the way around, so it just vibrates to the mains frequency. But this is a hell of a demagnetizer. So now you know what's inside the device. I'll put it back together and watch it run on that. But before I do that, I've got another cool score with this lot. This is a base off a 1970s dental chair. Here's your swivel. Now it's all hydraulic. There's a little hydraulic pump there, the motor. The pump's in the bottom, there's a little oil tank, the reservoir. I've got to fix up the relay board. It just moves this ram up, which lifts the chair up, and when there's weight on top of it, it goes down manually. So there's a little return line there. It must have a little limiter in there, I think, and it just bleeds off and returns back to the tank, so it doesn't pop the piston all the way out. And that ram there, that to a bolted to another bit, which moved the headrest backwards and forwards. It's a bit different because that actually goes up. This bit goes down on here, and this one rolls back too, but it's another part that's missing, I think. It's all seized up. I've got to free it all up and redo the wiring. The half the relay's got damaged because when it was stored, stuff's been hit landed on it and dropped on it, so pretty cool stuff. That had about a 30 kilo lifting force. So you wouldn't use it for a hydraulic press. It's not really that powerful, but still pretty damn cool. All Japanese technology. National Panasonic Kyushu Matsushita Fukuoka, Japan. Oh, there you go, that must be part of it there. But that plugs in one side, that plugs in the other side. For that relay board, which I've got to fix it before I can use this thing again. There's your limit switches in here. Yeah, they've been damaged. It's just been left in pieces in the guy's shed. He's going to use it for a motorbike stand. Ready to water wiring on this. Maybe have a little workbench or some sort that lifts up and down to a certain height. I've got to clean up that ram before I can reuse it so it doesn't damage the seals. She needs a bit of work, but it does. The guy had it running a while ago before he had it in storage. Pretty damn cool. Anyway, let's get this thing running. Nice sound. Ooh, massage. So if I've got a bucket of bolts, for example, I want to de-rust. There we go. Oh, that's a nice sound, isn't it? That's a nice hum. See things move. The principle is things just want to move and slide down something, which is what that top does. You get the angle right. Like I said, it's coming quite handy for something. I can bop my camera to it. If you want to listen to 50 Hertz, put you asleep, it's a good electrician's lullaby. The little flexible bits of fiberglass here to resonate and act as a spring. That's a nice sound. Let's go and make noise. It won't work like an ultrasonic cleaner. For example, if I hold a tank on there and fill it with water and cleaner, you'll think it worked like an ultrasonic cleaner, but it won't. Its sole purpose is to act like a conveyor belt. Things just want to move along. Because that's moving backwards and forwards, and that's in the motion. It's lots of things want to just walk along. What a nice sound. That's at least 40 kilos of solid steel there. That is bloody heavy. Anyway, I want to see what sort of speakers are in those lights. I've got another pair of good speakers too to go in. I got nice old car speakers. But anyway, let's see what sort of speakers he's put in there. Oh yeah, as I said, they're from an Oldsmobile, those lights. Hey, did a pretty good job. Riveted that one in stainless steel. Brackets. This looks like it's a Lucas one. Lucas, King of the Road. No, just had some bolts. Got some non-slip matting. There's some fine stainless steel gauze, which is really handy to use that stuff. VDA speakers. 35 watt, 140 watt max power. Yeah, just cheap speakers, but still. They're very scratchy though. That's a rare thing you can do with exposed voice coils. No dust caps, there's all sorts of crap in there. Might have to get out my lapel amplifier and do some bass tests. You can fix this though. Give it a good blast of compressed air and that cleans out the voice coil area there. I did it with the other speakers I got off him. Now I got those both as pairs, which are going to, the yellow Kevlar ones are going to blow them clean. Then I'm going to use those for a Bluetooth speaker project. I did like the look at those other Kevlar ones, the yellow ones. Crunchy. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do with coax speakers, get crap in the voice coils like that. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.